Hello Pisces, happy birthday to you. I've got my little Fisher girl hat on here. We've got our little mermaid heart back here. So wishing all my Pisces brothers and sisters a very happy birthday. I am Stephanie. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. Blazer the Morky is over here. He is maybe going to make an appearance. I'm not sure. He's kind of down on his snuggy bed down there. But today we are doing your March monthly reading. And so I'm going to lay out that lovely Celtic cross spread. We'll of course start off with your overall energies and close it off with a special message for the Piscean collective. Do keep in mind, as always, these are general readings. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. I always recommend checking out your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, and north node sign readings for additional context and texture, especially on these monthlies where it really helps paint the full picture of the energies you might be feeling or dealing with. So always trust your intuition with that. If you'd like to work on a more personal level, all my readings and connecting on social media is down in the description below. And we're going to get started today, Pisces. This is your birthday month. We are going to get into your reading here. I'm going to pull the overall energies. One of them is going to come from the Angel Dreams Oracle because it's a dreamy Pisces kind of world right now. We've got our Neptune energy. We can go into the dream time a little bit, and we're also going to get a Sea Soul Journeys card here. So we've got our water theme going. Nice. So you've got two energies kind of going on here, Pisces. I feel a bit dualistic about these energies. I feel that these energies might be pulling on one another for you. The first is winter. You get reflection, transition, and release. So winter can be the actual season for some of you, but it could also feel like a period of time in your life. Just a season of your life that's a bit more still, a bit more of a time for going within and reflecting and maybe doing a little bit of releasing. We've got a little white cat back here. I just want to mention that in case that's a totem for some of you or you have a familiar. You seem like it's important for you to feel cozy and comfortable right now. And then this other energy that you have, I think it's something you're probably going to open up to by the end of this reading from what I can see on the table here. Receive. May you know you are worthy of the gift. Lovely. Well, that could be a birthday gift for some of you, right? You are worthy of the gift. It could be the gift that you've been given to share with the world. So it could be both, right? So really getting into that presence with yourself and into that presence of receiving and not feeling like you have to one-up anything that you receive, not feeling like you got to do better or you got to compliment somebody else just because they paid you a compliment. No, you're supposed to be working on receiving. So some of you may be releasing and transitioning out of the energies of not even being able to take a compliment or not deeply receiving the good things that are coming to you and spending a little time with that energy. So your current energy, you get the Tower crossed by the Four of Cups. Pisces isn't feeling that happy. Pisces is feeling kind of sad here. Something has gone on, something's happened, something feels chaotic right now. It could be the outside world, it could be how it's affecting you, it could be how you feel about it, or you're having trouble getting your feelings straight or regulating your emotions in some way, shape, or form. It honestly feels like it's just a part of what you're going through in order to value the energy of being able to receive things with that big open heart that you're meant to. In your needed focus, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a gratitude card. It's recognizing what you've done, what you've built, what you have, what you've grown over the years, how you've grown. There's a tiger. I wanted to mention the big cat energy, little cat, big cat energy. It's all coming up for you, Pisces. Very interesting here. We have a peacock and we have the face of like the green man nature, kind of a nature element, a nature spirit. Yeah, you're meant to be watering the field of gratitude and growth of your life. So during this winter time, it really may be reflecting on the seeds you've planted and how they've grown so far, and how you can envision them growing when the days are longer and the sun is stronger, right? So that could be something that's really helpful for you right now. You're way too wound up in chaos. Some of you, like I said, I got that outside world feeling, might be focusing on a little too much on world issues, politics, things like that. It's time to pull back from that, because that is emotionally dysregulating you, and it's time to focus on what you've done and what you've built and where you're going. In the past energies, you're leaving behind the energy of the Two of Pentacles. This is coming up, it's saying wishy-washy. I'm getting the words wishy-washy. I think in the past, you may be really wishy-washy about receiving, or just wishy-washy about your life and the direction that you want to go. In the future position, you have the Five of Swords. This is addressing some sort of tension or betrayal. I think you're going to take the month of March. Remember, we still have some winter energy for you here. So I think you're going to take the month of March maybe to heal that up. Maybe it's the thing that has been preventing you from accepting the gifts that you receive with grace and an open heart and thankfulness. I'm not saying you're not grateful or thankful, but I feel like you almost decline some of the gifts that are being given to you. Like if somebody said, "Oh, I absolutely love your hair today," and you would be like, instead of saying, "Oh, thank you so much, I really appreciate that lovely compliment," you would be like, "Oh, your hair's so pretty too," right? You would kind of demean or dismiss your receipt of something good. And some of you know this. You may feel a little blocked. Some of you may feel a little blocked in this right now. And that's okay. This is a part of life. But it's certainly not helping to have your attention somewhere else when your power lies with you healing this and figuring this out. Now, in your place of embodied empowerment, you get the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius energy and has to do with your goals. How do you want things to look? How do you want things to feel? How do you want things to be? It's time for you to begin especially visualizing these energies during your season where you really are in the powers of transformation with yourself. This is the time to set some goals. You may not be taking every actionable step toward those quite yet, but it's definitely time to set them and envision them, even if you are unable to step through it quite yet. Maybe some of you need to receive some resources or some financing or some money that could be coming up for some of you. In your support and allies, you get the Five of Wands. Really interesting that in your future position, the Five of Swords, in your support and ally, the Five of Wands. Some of you could be a life path number 5. You are going through a big change right now, and change can feel icky sometimes. And I think that's what's happening here. With the Five of Wands coming up in your support though, that indicates to me that it's through the tension and it's through getting pulled in these different directions or pulled to your edges that's actually going to offer the most transformation for you and also build your strength. There's something about building strength. Some of you could be exercising, lifting weights physically to build physical strength. Some of you, it's emotional strength and fortitude. Some of you, it's strength to resist getting caught up in the chaos of the world. In your environment here, you have the World card. Very interesting. So I almost feel that this is like something that you get into, maybe a sensationalized version about the fate of the world, or if things are like this, everything's going to turn out like this. And it takes you a bit away from your power of transformation and manifestation, and it takes your focus somewhere else. And I'm looking at this thinking, create an environment in your home, in your workspace, somewhere where you can focus on you instead of everything going on in the world. And focus on receiving the gifts. not necessarily right now, even though your tendency might be to give, your energy would like to learn better how to receive. And this may come from a little bit of messiness right now, and that's okay. In your hopes and fears, you have the 8 of Wands. You would like things to move a little bit faster for you in life. I do sense that that is also connected to feeling a bit more free from some of these energies that might be pulling on you or distracting you. So there's this sense of, can I gain the freedom of time, freedom of space, freedom of thought that I want to have in order to pursue my dreams and this vision that I have, that my empowered place is showing me I need to be, my greater being is calling to me. And then in the potential outcome here, whew, wow, Pisces, I just had to like blow my nose so much. You're really trying to get to this space here. Your potential outcome, you have the Queen of Pentacles. That is that place. She does not chase, she attracts, she receives the gifts, she receives the compliments. Whether it's a person we're talking about who's going to give you a birthday gift, or the universe who is trying to put forth a clarion call for you to answer the call of your purpose, your calling in life. It doesn't, and here's what I'm getting to, it doesn't have to be spectacular in someone else's eyes. What it is going to be is fulfilling for you. And so to relax and let yourself be in that energy. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. How interesting. Let's look at this Tower. Whew, chaos. Chaos, breakdown. What is going on here? The Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. Yeah, so Pisces, you're missing out on something. You're getting really fired up about something chaotic. I don't know if this is a relationship that pulls on you. It could be with that Page of Cups there. If it's somebody that's constantly triggering you. Again, for some of you, I feel like that's an outside. It could be like a figurehead in society and you're like, that person, ugh, you know, and that is really triggering you. It takes you away from your heart. It sets you back. There's nothing really productive that I see coming through this. For some of you, it could be a more personal relationship with someone or someone you disagree with at work, something like that. But you've got way too much focus on that right now and not enough focus on Pisces, not enough focus on your beautiful offerings in the world because you're so worried about what someone else is doing or what someone else thinks and or just being right as you're arguing with this person. Let's look at this Four of Cups because this isn't the best feeling here. And I feel like it's the Four of Cups is the card of kind of missing what the universe is coming through for you with, right? You get the Four of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. It's hard for you to heal when you're in this other person's energy. If this is personal, a personal relationship, it's hard for you to heal when you're around this other person. It's like your healing kind of slows down or stagnates and you have trouble envisioning the growth out of that. So some of you have some important questions to ask yourself. For others of you, like I said, if it's an external figurehead of some kind, right? And I could go through a bunch of names, but I'm not going to name names because some of you are so easily triggered by that. Just the name of this person, you know? And it really takes you out of your space and it's not building toward your growth. It really takes you out of being able to heal what you need to heal individually. Maybe some of you are being called to heal this trigger. But you have to remove yourself from the person or the figurehead or the entity before you can do it. You can't keep, diving into those energies. Hey, Blaze, you want to come up here? You come up, say hi? Come say hi. Say happy birthday, Pisces. Say hi. Happy birthday, Pisces. Hey, good boy. It's a good boy. I'll put him over here on his little cushion. I don't know if he'll stay, but yeah, you can stay there and lay down. But anyway, back to you, Pisces. This person, this figurehead, this pulls you away from the focus of yourself and your own healing. So it's going to be really hard for you to grow through what you need to grow through if you're constantly focused on this other person or figurehead or whatever it is. For the Nine of Pentacles and your needed focus, this is you recognizing what you've built, what you've grown. You get the World. There's another World card, and the Six of Cups. You are, again, this is about receiving what's being offered to you from a place of love. This is being blocked for you, but with the World card showing up here and in your environment, you are meant to move through this portal. This is not the doomsday portal that your energies seem to be caught up in. This is not the end, all right? It is an end, but it's a new beginning as well. It's not the end times. It's not the end game. It's just another cycle. And in this cycle, you're meant to leave behind people pleasing. Some of you are doing a lot of people pleasing. You have a lot of attention on someone or something outside yourself. It's time to bring it back to Pisces. This is about you. It's your damn birthday, for crying out loud. Let's work on you. Let's focus back on you. Let other people come and bring gifts to you. You've got to get your energy aligned so you can receive that. But yes, you're definitely moving through the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. Let's look at this Two of Pentacles here in your past, the Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. Yeah, you have learned, if nothing else, okay, you have learned, and Hierophant is another 5, that you can't keep carrying the burdens of the energies that bring you down, right? You cannot take on that burden. You've actually taken it on yourself, and it's time to let it go. And the Hierophant comes in, and that's your own inner authority speaking and saying, let go. Let it go, because it's what's going to bring you into balance. I think some of you have had this epiphany or this realization lately for yourselves, because it's showing up in the past. So there must be this awareness within you. Maybe this reading is just a reminder, or you've been trying to do that, but you haven't fully detached from that distractive energy. And that's okay, especially if it's personal. It may take some time to get your own and create your own space. You may be trapped in a workplace environment, that kind of thing too. But you are the dreamer. You are bridging heaven and earth. You will find a way. For the Five of Swords in your future position, you get the Two of Wands and the Chariot. You're going to figure out how to move through anything that causes you pain and tension, even if you perceive the source of that to be outside of yourself. What I'm seeing here is it's really your own wounding from the past repeating itself here. So take some time, and I'm not saying you have to go back and pick up the burdens of the past, but take some time to reflect on the past. You're being asked to reflect with that Nine of Pentacles as well. It's doing that reflection, that winter time that you got is in order for you to open up and receive. With the Chariot coming in, that's Cancerian energy, that's movement, it's forward momentum. So that's going to come, but take the time to dive into this for yourself. In that place of embodied empowerment, Pisces, where you had the Temperance card, you got the Moon and the Knight of Swords. I actually feel really empowered by this energy. I think the Knight of Swords is kind of swooping in with the sword of truth and cutting through the shadows. I almost feel like the sword is illuminated or maybe even on fire, even though the swords is connected to the air element. There may be some information that you are sharing or that is shared with you that cuts through something that you were previously not seeing or feeling stuck and clouded by. And this action helps relieve you of that burden and pressure so that you can see quite clearly what you're meant to do and where your goals reside and where you're going to focus your energies. For the 5 of Wands in your support and allies, you get the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Wands. Your biggest support right now, Pisces, is you extending the level of love to yourself where you can receive fully. For a lot of you, I think you've been waiting for the outside world to reflect your internal desire to receive love. So some of you may be single and you're like, well, how long do I have to wait? Every time I try to date, it's a disaster. That feels like that some of you might be trapped in a pattern like that. Some of you might not feel ready, and that's fine. By all means, I'm not trying to rush you into something, but what I am trying to say is that your ability to receive is very important. And maybe it is in that letting go of that burden there that you will open up, and therefore, when you're not chasing and you're not going after things or a person, for example, and you just take the time with yourself, you begin to heal and you begin to shift into confidence and worthiness, and someone will hear that and people around you will recognize that. It could even be a stranger. Some of you, I feel like there's support and allies in strangers. Some stranger's going to make your day in the month of March. Or there's just going to be one of those encounters where someone sees your light, they see your brilliance, and they compliment you. So be ready to receive the compliment, please. Please, Pisces, receive. For the World card in your environment, right? We're detaching from the external world and we're looking at the world according to Pisces. You have the 10 of Swords here and the 2 of Cups. That's right. Even if you are in a relationship, you are looking for all new ways of love and exchange and partnerships. Some of you are ending partnerships, or there's cycles or phases in the partnership that are meant to come to an end here. And you are looking for that more heart-to-heart connection with someone. And in that, it would be you receiving. Now, the 2 of Cups can be a card of equality, of equal give and take. However, I think the way this is going to start is with you being on the receiving end. So I understand, maybe you do have more of an equal give and take kind of partnership. Some of you are saying that, like, my relationship's fine, but just take a look at that. Are you in a receptive state? At least for your birthday month, if no other time. Are you the one taking the action? Are you the one making all the plans? Are you the one? Are you the one? Are you the one? Right? That's the energy that wants to come to an end. Are you the one getting drawn out into stressful situations outside of yourself that you can't control? We don't want to be doing that. In your hopes and fears for the 8 of Wands, you get the Temperance card, which is your place of embodied empowerment. So that's more aligned with your hopes and your dreams and your desires. You're being called to visualize that, to really focus on that, to really embody receiving that. Some of you are manifesting some sort of career or lifestyle for yourself. And the Knight of Wands is here with Knight and the 8 of Wands is a lot of passionate, fiery energy here. So some of you you're not just looking for love, you're looking for that passion, or you're looking for more passion in your career, in your job. There have been some pentacles here that are important, like your needed focus, but that can also represent your relationship to money. Some of you may be transforming that. The resources, are there enough? How can I receive when there's not enough and I'm having to go and take action to get, right? So there's that kind of chase for some of you, and that's tricky. That's a tricky balance, but you've got a lot of fiery, passionate energy here. So I feel like maybe your default is to go and get it. And this is a struggle for you to figure out, okay, but how do I receive? And maybe it's for the month of March. Just practice this. Practice the balance between when are you going after and when are you allowing it to come to you. and that difference there. For the Queen of Pentacles, you get the Four of Wands and the Queen of Swords. This is in the potential outcome. I really feel that you're going to be successful with this. I think you're going to be using the Piscean energies that are really on the surface here for your season, and it's really going to be propelling you. At the end of the month, by the end of the month or the end of this cycle, could creep into April and May, you're going to be feeling a lot more clear. You're going to be feeling a lot more stable in the energies of allowing things to come to you. I think there's an element where some of you just have to trust. But if you keep focused on these other energies outside of yourself, you're blocking it away. It can't find you. This energy of, so the universe, I feel like, is sending energies towards you, but you're the deflecting and blocking them. Like I said, for some of you, this is going to be some serendipitous, synchronistic thing that happens with a stranger, a compliment in the grocery store, or something like that. So, in fact, you're probably going to listen to this reading and then you're going to be like, okay, I'll do my best. And you'll go out and you'll forget, and then something's going to happen and be like, oh, that's what it was. All right, Pisces, let's get you a card from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle to close off your reading today. You got the number 17 card, safe and surrounded by love. Keep your heart open and know you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. And I would add what is going on within you, right? You've got to have the internal compass set to receive. And then you can observe the environment around you, right? And how energy moves toward or away from you. But this energy of coming out of this winter state in the more reflection and transition and release, you've got your healing here, into being worthy of receiving beautiful gifts for yourself and feeling the joy in that. That's what's most important. I wish you all such a happy birthday, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining this reading. I will see you next time.